I feel like Shenzhen and Chengdu were very similar in terms of like progress and everything, how to run things. And so definitely like I want to come here and learn.
Yeah, yesterday you gave me like a whole presentation about your team and everything.
Yeah.
What do you think was my biggest takeaway from that?
I'm gonna say quality control.
Quality control. Yes, I would say. Yeah, I would say. And I really think me learning from you as well, you coming to Shenzhen, giving me some more details about Chengdu, makes me more curious about Chengdu, makes me really want to go and see this in action.
Yeah. But what I can say is watching your guys' class and teachers here, you guys have like good teaching ability. Like, I don't think we're too far off. Yeah, when you do come over, you're going to see our teachers will be a little bit different because we do direct them differently, but the sentiment will be the same, I think.
Yeah, because we all basically aiming for the same goal. It's all about the students learning.
Yeah,
that's our main goal. That's what all we're trying to do.
So would you say like the number one thing would be student comprehension?
Yes, absolutely. Number one thing is making sure that the students, when they're coming to our class, they're getting the worth of them spending 3 hours with us, or it might be 2 hours with us, that they're actually getting something. When they're coming in next week, the teacher gets to see his or her work in play through the progress of that student.
How would you advise your teachers to achieve student comprehension?
So as a teacher, because you want to make sure that the students understand what's happening, or if they don't understand, you want to help them understand better for now or for the future. First thing, you have to prepare for your class. You have to prepare for your class. You have to understand what is it that you want your students to get before you go into this classroom. Which is one thing as a teacher I always say is have a goal of what is it that I want to tell my students, what is it that I want my students to get from being in this class today. What would you say?
For me, I can actually make a list like the teacher should do this. So for example, talking about comprehension, you have comprehension questions. So like CCQs and ICQs, right? Then we also have expansion questions. But the CCQs are the most important thing. You can teach something, and how do you know the student understands?
Yes.
So the CCQs check that. And then also, sometimes like students, they just can't answer any questions. In that case, what do?
You said the other students that get my question, but the other ones not getting it. Get them to help me explain what is it that they're confused about. Because the other thing as well is, one way to learn something is by teaching it. So by my students explaining to the other students, they also benefit from that. Because they're going to practice their spoken English.
You get to reinforce their learning.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the other student gets to also say, hey, maybe next time I can get to do that too. So it's like my later teachers in class.
Okay,
it's always great having your later teachers. Because some students can be very helpful with things as well in class.
That's good. I never thought of it that way. That's great.
Which way do you think about it?
For me, it's all about teacher developing the ability to adapt. So adaptability in prompts and whatnot. We never just want the teacher to move on from a student. We want them to try different ways. So like if they don't understand something, maybe the language was too complex for them. So you would make it more basic, or maybe go to the board, make it more visual, do something to help the students understand.
Yeah. I like that way too. That way I think is also better for the overall class. Because sometimes you'll find, you might think you have one student who doesn't really get it. But then it's going to be more students, or even the student that's explaining doesn't really get it. By you doing that way, you're helping the whole entire class.